Hi everybody, welcome back to Enjoying Retirement. Today I'm going to do a quick video on a spear gun that I recently made. This is the first one that I've done. I made it for my wife. It's a 36-inch mid-handle plus spear gun with an effective shooting range of about 3 to 4 feet. It's something we're going to try to get into and get back into the keys. But the main thing I'm doing different on this one is I want to give some dimensions. I live in Maryland. There are no spear gun shops near me. I couldn't go see any, hold them, feel them, touch them, measure them, things like that. So I kind of had to rely on the web and the sources. Neptonics is a great place to get your components to build a spear gun. But I couldn't find anywhere that do a good job in giving you the dimensions of the pieces so that you can design it before you order them. So anyway, this is made out of a 1x6 piece of teak. I ripped it in half, glued the two pieces together so that I would get a nice 2-inch by 2-inch stock to do the design on. So here's just how it looked. That was the layout of the components we'll get into. There's my router table, and the router is the primary tool you're going to be using to make sure you get everything right on this. So make sure you have a good one. All right, here we go. I decided to put this in SketchUp. It is a computer-aided drafting product. It's free for a web version. So here you can see some of the dimensions at the working into the gun. You can see my dimensions there. You can see the line carving that I put in it, and then there's the band area with the notch in it so that you can load it from the front without having to retie the bands every time. There's the butt end dimensions, and here it is looking down from the butt to the top, and that's a very important part right there. That is the trigger housing pocket. I'm using the reverse trigger, American style, and those are the dimensions for it. It's 3 inches by 1/2 inch, and I cut that, I believe, was about 7/8 of an inch deep, and I think you could go another 1/8 of an inch, give yourself some wiggle room. That way you can line it up with your track and not have to worry about it. The track itself, I used a 5/16 inch ball head on my router bit and cut it 3/16 of an inch deep. And there you see other various dimensions. The trigger itself is the Neptonics AR-15 mid-handle kit, and that's 5/8 of an inch by about 4 1/4, and I cut that pocket 7/8 of an inch deep. I sure wish I had all these dimensions when I was designing it. It would have been fun. There you can see there's my bench top. I designed it on paper. I did the SketchUp for this video. So there you can see the most important fit right there is that the shaft track allows the shaft to go in and engage the rear trigger. And it does right there, as you can see. The pin sticking out on the top, that's the line release, that's the trigger at the bottom, but I'm moving the trigger forward about 6 inches or so from that trigger. So we're going to have to cut a groove in it and use that 3/16 inch stainless steel rod you can also get from Neptonics, and that will convey the trigger from the forward handle back to the trigger associated with the release itself, and you'll cut that off at the end. But anyway, here's the finished gun. I didn't intend this to be a how-to build one. It's really just to pass out the dimensions and to show what I did. I'm excited about this gun. We want to do some swimming around mangrove islands and try to pick up some mangrove snappers in the not too deep. And we think this gun will be just about perfect for that. But here it is done. If there's any interest, I'm going to make myself one a little bit longer, and maybe I'll go ahead and film the actual making of it instead of just the design. But there you have it. I'm very pleased with this. A few things I learned, obviously, while doing this one, but the big one was getting the dimensions out there. Hey, if this helps somebody else, that's great. Just remember, I'm not a professional gun builder, so take all this with a grain of salt and make sure that you use dimensions that are appropriate for the type of wood you're using, the power of the bands you're going to be using, the shafts, etc. This is a 9/32 inch shaft, about 40 inches long, and I think this is well suited for that dimension. All right, there you have it. Hope you got something out of it. Thanks for watching, and as always, I am enjoying retirement.